Hello everyone, just gonna get straight into the video. I am coming to you guys very quickly just to show you how I go throughout my protective style, and I will cut off any single strand knots or dust balls that I find or split ends as I just showed you. If they pop up, they're getting snipped. If they are within my line of vision, I gotta cut them, and I'm sure that's what everybody who sees them. And this technique is called dusting, so I'm just there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. I'm just going throughout my hair, diligent or trying to be diligent about finding these little pests that like to, break off people's length and all that good stuff. I like to go throughout and just snip those off. Like I said, there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. You can section, you can do whatever, but I just like to keep it this part nice and simple. To start off, you're going to need your shears, which we already used already, the liquid, which will be your aloe or water of choice, and your favorite oils. I chose to use Camille, rose, cocoa nibs, and honey, and it also has brahmi in it. I mixed it with some herbs, which I will elaborate on, and I also wanted to follow up with my own castor oil mix, which is still in the Hennessy bottle. I'll figure out when I'm going to change that, but I don't mind it. It's been working. It's been working very well. So you're gonna go ahead, and I always mist my scalp first. So it's like I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a direct stream that's hitting my scalp. I'm kind of tall, so it was very very hard to record this. I'm still trying to figure out the whole lighting situation and everything, and having my camera mounted properly because of my height, but we'll figure it out. You guys can still see the content that I'm trying to deliver to you guys. So you're going to continue throughout your scalp, just spraying it, massaging it. And if you notice, I'm not moving my fingers, I'm moving my scalp. And what I mean by that is I'm placing my fingertips on my scalp, and I'm literally moving my scalp around. I'm not creating friction or creating frizziness in my scalp by causing friction between my hair and my fingers. I'm moving my scalp. And that's what I like to see when I'm doing a scalp massage. That's what I like to feel. I don't want to feel an abrasive finger pad scraping against my scalp. That's not what I do. So you're going to continue that around your head until you feel like your scalp is pretty damp, saturated, I would say. I like it to be super, super damp, just because my scalp tends to get dry really, really fast. And just to touch briefly on the oils that I mentioned with Camille Rose, the first five ingredients in that are virgin amla oil, virgin sesame seed oil, virgin coconut oil, golden jojoba, and olive oil. To touch briefly on all of these, I would like to start with amla oil. I would say, it's nature's conditioner. It's a very big ingredient in the Ayurvedic natural hair community, and I'm sure everyone by now knows what amla is. It does what it says it's gonna do. It promotes growth. It's very moisturizing. It rids you of any dry or itchy scalp. If you have dandruff, it gets rid of that too. It handles it all. The next ingredient I wanted to touch on is sesame oil, also known as gingerly oil, and that would be Gingellly, just in case anyone was wondering. It's popularly used as a base for a lot of oils that I use personally. It's enriched with vitamin E, vitamin B complex, and minerals such as magnesium, phosphorus, and calcium, and proteins that strengthen the hair from the roots and deeply nourishes it throughout, which in turn always what we're looking for. It promotes hair growth. Moving on, I know I didn't mention this in an ingredients list, but MSM is a big component or proponent, ingredient, what have you, in her oil. So I do appreciate her for including that in there. And there have been a few studies, and briefly mentioning curly proverbs, MSM sulfur can form bonds essential to strengthening hair and influencing hair growth. And I personally can attest to this. It has been a major game changer, incorporating it into my deep conditioners, my scalp treatments, my oils, all that good stuff. We're here to promote growth, or that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm coming to you guys with, and how I've been growing out my hair and my techniques, and it's been working for me. So maybe it might work for you. um, Her oil is also infused with a few Ayurvedic herbs. I'm only going to speak about brahmi because that is my favorite one out of this oil. And brahmi is an excellent hair growth promoter. Its regenerative properties help repair hair follicles as well as strengthen the scalp tissue to encourage healthy hair growth. Your scalp is where, I mean, that's where your hair is coming out of, and without a strong foundation, whatever's being pumped out of there, though, those hair follicles are going to be nice and weak. And you want a healthy scalp lays the foundation for strong, healthy hair, which in turn, you already know what I'm gonna say, promotes growth. You know, then you gotta maintain that length and just keep it going. Um, if you guys have any other comments or questions in regards to what's in her oil, or if you need more detail, I am more than happy to respond to any comments. But to get back to what I'm doing to my scalp, I am going back throughout and massaging. I know you guys did see me apply the oil to my scalp, like I said before, with the snipping of my single strand knots and my split ends. There's no rhyme or rhythm to it. I just applied the oil on my scalp, and there is peppermint that I added. I also added lavender, I added neem, I added 2 more teaspoons of MSM, and I added I think a amla powder to it, and I've let that infuse since the last video that I posted about a week ago. I've strained it and rebottled it, and the reason I include all those things is because a lot of them have a very tingling sensation. Yes, get them edges. I always forget to mention that, but yes, back to what I was saying. I add those essential oils in only because I like to make sure that I know that the oils are getting to my scalp. And what I mean by this is you can put oil on your scalp and you may think you're getting it everywhere it needs to be, but you don't truly know because you can't feel it. There's no stimulating properties associated with oil. Not saying that for everybody, but a lot of the times it's nothing in there that's giving you any indication that okay, the oil is actually touching my scalp. You might not be really feeling it on your scalp unless you're putting the applicator bottle directly on it, how I'm doing with my edges currently. The peppermint oil and all the nettle and everything that I just mentioned, the lavender, you will feel that stimulation when you're massaging your scalp. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but my scalp is turning red. One, I have very sensitive skin. Aside from that, that's the circulation going on. That's what you're looking for. You want your scalp should feel very warm by now. Just say, let's for example, you're following my technique to the T, your scalp would feel very, very warm and moisturized right now. And that's what I look for. I use those essential oils as one, it's a growth promoter and a growth stimulant, but to also make sure I'm really getting my scalp thoroughly covered with this oil. And I just go throughout and massage. I rub it on my edges, anywhere that I'm noticing any thin hair, which I'm not, just so everyone's clear, but um, I just like to focus it everywhere. I mean, I personally don't feel like I get any buildup from just adding water or anything to it. So we're all good. In this clip, I'm showing you guys how I am just I don't know. I guess it's unnecessary. I'm just twisting my nozzle and misting it. I'm turning it from it being a straight shot to a mist, and I'm just going throughout and pressing that into my strands. And remember, at the beginning of the video, I did say that the water is supposed to be warm, whether that's warm water or hot water with aloe vera juice, whether it's warm or hot distilled water, whether it's just warm or hot regular tap water or rose water, fenugreek water, whatever you want to spray in your hair, as long as it's a liquid, it needs to be warm. If you have low porosity like myself, if you have high porosity, I can't really speak on that, but low porosity, this is what I do for my hair. I spray it directly. I'm focusing on the length of my hair and my scalp. I'm going to massage that in. I'm going to bring it down, and I do a pressing action instead of smoothing, because smoothing eventually ends up producing frizz. And I'm trying to get at least 2 weeks out of these twists right now. As I'm recording this, what is it? I'll be on, what is it, Wednesday? I think what's I'm gonna do my wash day, I guess, for you guys. Yeah, thinking about Wednesday. Wednesday will be good. So I just like to keep the frizz at bay, because I do wear my hair, or I wear my twist out, and it's getting warmer and it's very humid here in Michigan, so my hair tends to swell up. But closer to the end of the video, you guys will see how I handle all of this frizz that's popping up. And I'll just stop talking for a bit, so hopefully you guys can, just enjoy the beauty of natural hair. I mean, there's not much more for me to say. I just enjoy. back, I'm sure you guys grasp the idea of mist my hair with water, squeeze it in. If I need to get it on my scalp, put it on my scalp. Right now, I'm focusing on my ends. The front of my hair tends to dry out way faster, and so does the back of my hair. Very interesting, but as you can see, I'm still squeezing it in. It's this continuous pressing motion is what I like to do. I prefer to always squeeze my products, and I like to hear that noise. It's like a sponge. Think of a sponge. That's Picture that. Just picture a sponge, and you'll be good. The reason I'm coming back speaking with you guys is because I wanted to tell you a little bit about the oil that I'm putting in my hair. In the very second video that I posted, I did include this oil. And it's my own creation. I will show you guys how to make it. It has 17 of my favorite ingredients in it. The base is castor oil and argan oil. My argan oil I source from a group of Berber women in Morocco. So I have been trying to find ethically sourced ingredients and be consistent about that, and I will share that with you guys if you guys would be interested in knowing where I do receive my ingredients from. And just to touch briefly, as I said, this is my own creation, and I will be in the future, very, very soon, bottling it up and selling it. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that as well. With this oil, I'm literally just going around and pressing it in. Castor oil is a sealant, and all the oils and herbs that I've added to this are both dry oils that easily penetrate, and they're both moisturizing as well. There are two carrier oils in it, but castor oil for me is my star ingredient when I'm doing this because it's sealing in everything that we just did. So you're applying that to your edges, you're applying that to the nape of your neck, you're putting it to the hair behind your ears. You can even put it on the hair that's on your scalp. It's going to lay down that frizz. It's going to smooth it down, give you that intense shine that I'm sure you guys see. And you're just going to continue throughout giving yourself a very, very nice massage. That's this whole little midweek moisturization routine is pretty much just to treat my hair and my scalp, and even myself, to a nice little massage, stimulate some growth, you know, living my best life, trying to help my hair do the same. So I'll stop talking again for a bit, and I'll come back when I get to how I make my frizz disappear. So it is currently nighttime as I'm recording this. Probably won't post this until the morning of, but I grabbed my Vince Camuto Charmeuse silk scarf, and I don't know what I was doing right there, but I literally just wrap it around. 9 times out of 10, if any of you ever see me in public, you will not see my hair. It'll be wrapped up in a turban, or I'll have it in my silk scarf, which I rock this one just fine. I am a stickler about not resting my head on anything unless it's silk, and that's not to, I mean, people say I'm bougie, all that good stuff, but that's just to give my hair an extra step of protection and give it an extra barrier between just natural aggravators and aggressors that are present in our environment. We're always doing something. We're working, we're laying down on something, leaning on somebody's seat, leaning on someone's chest. Scarves help immensely. So as you can see, all I'm doing is just tying it down. There's no specific method that I have, and that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.